Welcome to Epic Updates. I'm Ashley.
Jonas, how we doing?
All right, so doing a little bit of research on the top really searched out topics, and we wanted to kind of follow suit and make these really relevant to anyone. Yeah, what people want to know. People that are moving here, or people that live here but they're looking for some more affordable options. So today we are going to be talking about the most affordable cities in Metro Phoenix. And Metro Phoenix is subjective because previously it was really all of Maricopa County, but now we have sprinkled into Pinal.
Blood boundaries.
Because it's just our growth has been literally explosive over the last, well, we'll say decade
Creek,
plus.
Florence, Casa Grande, Arizona City.
Yeah, like we have spread out
Maricopa.
into Pinal County. So I want to talk about the most affordable cities. So want to kick us off?
Number one, drum roll please, Mesa, Arizona.
Mesa, Arizona. So this is going to be valley-wide. So
Yep.
if you're not familiar with the geographics of Metro Phoenix, you have Central, which is like Scottsdale, parts of Phoenix, but then you have the East Valley and you have the West Valley.
Yep.
So we're going to give you the most affordable options in both sides, East and
Yep.
West. There are parts that are going to be really central that are going to be more affordable, but they're not really top of our list as far as affordability. So we're going to cover East and West Valley. So starting with Mesa.
So Mesa, second largest city in Metro Phoenix, just over 400,000. Huge land geographic area. It's considered in the Southeast Valley. You've got, a lot of, close proximity to job opportunities. We've got the 202 freeway, we got the 101, we got the 60.
Really close to the airport.
Close to the airport, like any big town, Phoenix included, you've got great areas, like really, really high-end areas, not so great areas. So it's kind of, knowing where you want to park your family. But there's still some affordable spots in Mesa that are actually, pretty nice areas that are not in sketchy areas. So
yes, with good schools, sought after schools. Because remember, here in Metro Phoenix, just because you live in, let's say, Mesa, doesn't mean that it's Mesa schools.
Right.
Our school boundaries and city boundaries do not match here. So there are pockets of Mesa that are very affordable, where it's things like maybe Gilbert schools. So
and it's open enrollment too. So technically,
it is open enrollment here in Maricopa County.
Ship your kids around.
As long as you can drive them and the school has space, you can take your kids to wherever your heart desires. So Mesa is, I don't know if there's really, this isn't a list necessarily in order, but we really like Mesa for affordability if you're
proximity.
looking for East Valley and Maricopa
Because
County.
usually affordability translates to just keep driving as far as you can go, and that's where when it gets affordable.
Fair.
Mesa will still keep you central. Again, being mindful of the areas.
I agree.
Number two, moving to Pinal County.
To Pinal County, Santan Valley. Santan Valley / Queen Creek, because they used to be really one and the same.
Yeah.
So Queen Creek is going to be a little bit like closer in as far as proximity, slightly more expensive. Santan Valley is true Pinal County, more affordability. And the benefit of Santan Valley is that it's very new. Tons of new builds, so you can get incredibly competitive rates. And then the schools out there really haven't caught up yet, but that's public school.
Charter schools are coming in leaps and bounds out there.
There are so many charter school options in Santan Valley. And I like to really say that I'm kind of a school expert. So if you have questions about, well, like, what the hell is a charter school, let me know, and I can help walk you through that. But Santan Valley, Queen Creek are awesome.
A little bit of growing pains out there, just with the, they kind of did the, if you build it, they will come, before they really finish out the infrastructure and the roadways. The infrastructure's done. Roadways, a lot of them are still under construction, but they've expanded out the new 24 freeway. They're talking about doing the 11, I believe it's called, kind of on the outskirts of Apache Junction, bolted down. That's actually going to be a cut through and cut around to north of Tucson. So it'll really ease that. They're expanding all the roadways. So that's really the only pain point I'd say out there at the moment. But shopping's there.
Yes.
Restaurants are there. Everything's new, which is a huge selling point.
It's also like one of the closest places in where you can get a new build for sub $450 and
Sure.
still be close to Chandler, Gilbert, shopping malls, Sprouts, Whole Foods, all that stuff. So we really like Santan Valley and Queen Creek areas.
Number 3, baby.
We're going to the west side. West Valley, we'll say West Valley. We're going to talk about Glendale. So Glendale is very similar to Mesa. Mesa is in the East Valley. Glendale is in the west. And similar, I'm saying that because Glendale is giant. It is a huge city that covers a big giant piece of land. And just like Mesa, there are pockets of Glendale that are very undesirable. And then there are pockets of Glendale that are really, really nice and arguably really affordable. So
By comparison, for sure.
in comparison.
Yeah.
So what else can you tell us about Glendale?
I mean, Glendale's kind of rocking and rolling, you know what I mean? They've got, their claim to fame. They've got, obviously, the Cardinals arena. They had the hockey arena, although that's getting moved. They've got Westgate out there. They're building the new, it's going to be $1 billion hotel resort that's going to have, like, a man-made lake with 9 private islands. They're going to do a concert venue. They're doing the
Mattel Park
theme
is
park
actually
out there.
already being
You have
built,
the zoo out in that area.
Yep.
You've got Desert Diamond Casino. So there's a lot of stuff out on that side of town.
Spring training,
ton of the sports leagues out there. And they're doing a lot of new builds kind of closer to the I-10 and 101 that are very reasonable, great price points. Obviously more affordable stuff, kind of more central. And then as you get up north, kind of one of the better areas, area that we really like a lot is the Arrowhead area, which is kind of north of Glendale.
Bell.
So there's a nice sampling in all different price points, all different areas that I think makes Glendale very attractive. And they're doing a great job kind of reinvesting in their city and trying to attract new job opportunities, and entertainment districts, and that sort of thing. So
Glendale's very livable.
Yeah. Staying on the west side?
Yeah, we are
Peoria
going to the Peoria and Surprise.
Yeah.
So Peoria and Surprise are arguably the West Valley's version of Chandler Gilbert, which are in the East Valley, but less expensive.
Shave the price, keep the quality of area.
Yeah, and newer. So a lot of where you end up is going to be dependent upon a number of factors, like where you're working, where you want your kids to go to school, and what you're needing in a property. But for those that are looking for things that are a little bit more competitively priced, Surprise and Peoria are going to be hands down where it's at.
Well, those two areas too. I know we've talked about Taiwan Semiconductor in great detail. Relatively short commute, depending on where you're at. It could be a 20-30 minute commute. That's a very drivable commute for people that are living in that area. And a lot of things, or a lot of the companies that are going to be feeder companies, I think they're talking about for every one job that TSMC creates, there's going to be 5 spin-off jobs. That's a lot of jobs and a lot of money pumping into that area. So it's kind of, like Ashley's point, we always say it's kind of like, in our opinion, the West Valley equivalent of Chandler and Gilbert. Nice areas, nice schools, safe,
family friendly,
a lot of new build opportunities. Now great freeway access since the 303's been opened up. Easy to get around.
It's great for somebody that wants to buy as a primary and live there with their families and have their kids go to school there and work and church and whatever it is that you want out of a community. But it's also really awesome if you're an investor and you're looking for something where your rent is going to be pretty high, your occupancy rate is going to be pretty high. It's a great place.
Good rent to mortgage ratio, and if you're cash, even better, right? So no, it's a great point.
A couple of other cities, honorable mention, Goodyear. We really like Goodyear, specifically a Straight Mountain Ranch.
Beautiful. Very resort feel. It is a little bit more off the beaten path because you are definitely going further south.
You sacrifice.
You sacrifice, proximity a little bit, but you come over that hill and it's like you're in another area. It doesn't even feel like Metro Phoenix. You got lakes and trees and hiking trails and mountains and just beautiful master plan community.
It's great.
To the north, close to the freeway, you got spring training. You're off the I-10. You just whip around everywhere. Still very nice areas.
Yep.
Buckeye, which I know is next on our list.
That's kind of in that area. It's out pretty far.
I call it East LA.
Directional.
Because it's as far as you can go outside of Metro Phoenix before you kind of get out of there and heading towards LA. But it's building boom like crazy. I mean, one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S.
I was going to say, that is one of the fastest
The
growing
U.S.,
cities
not in
the
Arizona,
United
not in
States.
Metro Phoenix, in the U.S. You know what I mean? And they're just doing a great job out there with kind of their build out. There's a massive master plan community that's coming out there that they're going to be pumping out like another, you know, housing for 100,000 plus people. So yeah, I mean, great long-term play. We see a lot of people from California relocate to that area, especially retirees.
Yes.
And even people that commute blows
Because it
my
cuts your
mind.
drive.
Yeah. There's people we know that are like, you know, firefighters, for example, where they have, you know, or, you know, more flexible schedules, and they literally commute from Buckeye, Arizona to California to work. Blows my mind. Insane commute to me, but they get so much bang for their buck. Nice quality area.
And newer.
And so it makes sense for them to do it.
So the last two cities we wanted to talk about, one Jonas is a huge fan of, and one I feel as though it's, you know, another one that should be mentioned. So you want to talk a little bit about Avondale?
Oh, Avondale. Again, West Side. Avondale's kind of, you know, come along. You know, for a while there, it wasn't quite as great after the housing downturn. I mean, there was just so many foreclosures out there, and kind of a lot of the neighborhoods kind of, I felt, went down a little bit, and they've really done a great job kind of revitalizing that space. You know what I mean? The downtown area. They've got some great resorts or parks, and obviously you got, you know, the raceway track down there, and then there's some Alamar's a beautiful master plan community that they're building out. And yeah, it's very affordable. I know a lot of these on the list are on the west side, but there's just a lot more affordable.
There's more affordability
options out there. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm a big proponent for there.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to put the last one on the list, but I feel like I feel like there's a real equity play here and an opportunity if you're looking for acreage, but you can't afford a Queen Creek or a Carefree or it's Apache Junction.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite. I'm going to be honest with you. The schools are not awesome. It's pretty far out, but the benefit is there are new builds out there, and they are so inexpensive. And there's talk that they're going to be annexing land and changing the city boundaries. So there could be a really good long-term equity play, dependent upon where you are in Apache Junction. It's not the whole city, of course,
they
but
sold
it
off
could be strategic.
a huge tract of land out there with the state trust land. D.R. Horton was the buyer, the bidder, and they've been piecemealing it off. So it's going to be massive. There's already, like, I think 4 or 5 home builders out there already actively selling. So you're going to see kind of AJ kind of segment a little bit.
Yeah,
so basically, Apache Junction is more or less, as this annex completes, is going to be touching Queen Creek, which right now is just a big tract of state trust land. So you have the central AJ, kind of maybe not as desirable, but then we're getting kind of more mountainous region over by the Superstitious Mountain Range. You got beautiful, you know, homes out there, you know, acreage homes, that sort of thing,
Like
and then
horse properties
and then all these new builds coming online that are way more affordable. And again, that's right off that Ironwood area, right off the 24 exit, the freeway exit we talked about. So it's kind of like crystal ball. It's not here yet, but it's coming. So for long term, all day long.
Yeah. So if you have any questions about a city that you're looking at, or a city that you live in, and you want to know what it would look like if you sold your home and its desirability and whatever, let us know. You can message us, call us, text us. If you're seeing this on YouTube and you want these videos directly into your inbox, go ahead and comment with your email address, and I'll get those to you weekly. And if you're watching us via your inbox, please go to our YouTube page and like and subscribe and comment and show us some love so we can boost these
growing this bad boy.
boost these videos. So but as always, thank you, and we'll see you in the next epic updates.
Thanks, guys. Bye.